Hello everyone, this is Dr. Cook with the Chiropractic Lifestyle Center, and the concept I'd like to go over today is what I call directed healing. In other words, sometimes in our bodies we have muscle tissue that's tender, and we want that area of our muscle systems to heal. And so I use a concept called directed healing. It should be applied on chronic long-term muscle pain. Muscle pain that's been there months, maybe even years. The things that we kind of put up with that is what I call background noise. The things we kind of start limiting our life or babying ourselves. These are the areas that I think about for the use of directed healing. Now, for example, if you're not familiar with weightlifting tears muscles. And muscles are kind of like this. They have fibers that interlock. And as we lift, say I went lifting on Monday, and during that lift I got a great workout and I tore the muscle tissues doing the lift. And as I tore the muscle tissues, the next day, for those of you that have the experience of weightlifting, what happens? I got extremely sore the next day. So on Monday I lift, I tear some muscle tissue, and on Tuesday I'm very sore. By Wednesday and Thursday I start feeling better. What's happened to my muscle tissue? Well, healing's happened. The body's gone in and repaired that muscle. Now, if we're lifting 3 times a week and I just keep tearing the muscle, over time the body isn't going to like that and says, gosh, Dr. Cook keeps tearing his muscles 3 times a week. Let's just make them bigger. And we call that bulking up. And then they're harder to tear. And that's where the muscle tissue starts to grow. Now, let's assume that I went into the weight room and instead of doing curls with both arms, I just decided on Monday I'm just going to do one arm. And by Tuesday, where's the soreness going to be? Yep, in that one arm. And by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where's all the healing going to be? Yep, in that one arm. The arm I chose to tear the muscles. In other words, I directed the healing over to that muscle. Now here's my thought process. In the wisdom of the body, why would the body be over here healing only the muscle fibers that I tore in the weight room and ignore the muscle fibers that have been hurting me for long periods of time? To me, that wouldn't make sense. Whatever healing is, it's in this area. So I have this idea, this vision that when the body's over here healing this tissue, not only is it getting the tissue that I tore in the weight room, it's also healing the tissue that I've torn throughout my life, through my lifestyle, either repetitive trauma, weakness, my life just beating me up, in other words. This works great on things like trigger points and things like this. I know it's very counterintuitive to work a muscle that feels sore, but it's okay, because if you've been resting a muscle for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and many times people are talking tenderness for years, I know another month of resting it isn't going to make the difference. So go the other direction. Go ahead and start working it out. Move it. Create a little tear. Here's another thing I think about weightlifting. When you tear muscle and really work a body part, that increases the blood supply in that body part. And what that does is bring you more oxygen and more nutrients. Again, more available to heal. So if you have a certain body part that needs some healing, maybe trigger points in the shoulder or something like that, go ahead and do some weight work, really work that muscle, increase the blood supply, increases the nutrients, makes a bigger blood supply. Also, it directs healing in that area so the body can go to work and fix you. Now, I had an example of that personally myself. And when I make an adjustment, as I put my hand out and make an adjustment, I really use this muscle a whole lot. Then, when I have this new hobby called ranching, I went to building fence. And what I'm doing there is like a lot of pliers work. In other words, this muscle right here started to become very sore because I had a lot of repetition. I worked it out during the week. I worked it out on the weekend. In other words, I was starting to hurt that muscle. And I did the first month, 2 months, rest, massage, good nutrition, my chiropractic adjustments. I did that and it just wasn't going anywhere. So I was waiting to start a program. I was waiting on for my elbow to heal, or my forearm actually to heal, to start a program. I got tired of waiting. And so I went ahead and started lifting. And I got to tell you, that first couple weeks I questioned myself. I thought I might be doing more damage. But then I kind of stuck it out because I realized, hey, I've been resting it. More rest isn't going to make it better. I've already tried that. So I went the other way. And yes, I did kind of question myself. And there was a period where it got more sore. And that's your warning. If you have a muscle that you're trying to use weightlifting to heal it and direct healing over there, good chance it's going to be more sore to begin with. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. Work on your technique. And over time, meaning a month, maybe 2 months, you really get your benefits after about 3 months of lifting, then your body starts to heal. My experience here that I'm sharing with you, I started lifting and that was years ago, and I still use my muscles a lot. I still adjust people every day. I still do the ranch work and use a lot of pliers building fence, and I'm pain free. And that's what I want for you. I want you to use the concept of directed healing. So quick reminder, if you have a muscle tissue that's tender and it's been tender a long time, work that muscle. And the move that you do for that will probably be the move that hurts. And so work that muscle, be gentle, but go ahead and aggressively work the muscle. And over time, I think your body will heal. I hope that helps you. Give it a try. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can get a hold of me at kansasdc.com. Have a great day. Live well.